Or good evening, depending on where you are. This is Nate. You can also call me Nathan, but please never call me Nathaniel. And, well, we have today a pretty interesting daily show. So, yeah, welcome to the Monster Train Daily Show. We're going to start off with the Monster Train League Finals. This will be a competition between Narninian and Cinis, who took top 2 positions in the Monster Train League this week during the qualifier runs. I'll be doing commentary over the top. This is my first time doing a live commentary, so we'll see how well I can hold it together while they do their runs. After we're done with the league finals, we're going to get into the daily challenge for today, and then I'll show off one of my, well, actually the last of my 5 build guides, the ultimate Incant Floor. And then we'll finish off, depending on the time, with some more Covenant 25 gameplay. And as Cinis and Narninian are already basically set up, let's not take any more time. Let's switch over to Discord, and we can go ahead and start up the... Hold on, let's get it running. We can go ahead and start up the... why is this not showing up properly? Selected window, selected window. Come on. Automatic. Doesn't want to show it up, or show up Chrome. Try a different one. See if I can get it to work. Alright, window capture and Chrome capture. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, let's get you back in there. Now I'm going to turn back up the volume. You guys have probably been hearing me the whole time. Apologies for that. But now I can hear you guys as well.
Okay, so yeah, we can hear you. So I don't know if you need to mute. However.
No. I'm gonna keep you guys unmuted. I'm gonna mute myself as we get started. Let me full screen, and let me check how it's looking on stream. Everything looks okay. So I believe we are ready to go. Let me count you guys off. Let's and then I'll mute. We can start in 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So basically, the way that this seed works is okay. That's way too loud. Let me turn down their.
Find out what I have later.
Let me turn down their volume quite a lot.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, gotta really turn down their.
Oh, that's
hold on.
Unfortunate occurrence.
We'll turn them down a lot. Okay, so we have a seed. It's Stygian Guard Melting Remnant. They have the same mutators. The mutators are come prepared. You had 12 cards in your deck. You have -1 upgrade slot, and then all of your cards come pre-upgraded, which you draft throughout the run. So it looks like there's a lot of heavy damage spells. You got things like Ice and Pyre. You have... Ooh, this is really interesting. Oh, wow, this is actually a really interesting deck. So it looks like both of them, at least Narninian's going for more of an Incant deck, but he did get wrecked by the first Guardian of Light there. Let's see if he can pull off the kill. He does. He's the first one to get through that first fight. And he's going to go with the Helical Crystallis. Interesting. And an Explosive Tomb. Cinis is still working through it. He's stunning the boss, trying to get some last bits of damage out. He's out of Ember. On our Narninian side, he's going to pick the Guard of the Unnamed. I think he seems like he's going to go for an Incant Floor. Likely he's going to start reducing the cost of spells to try to make it a little bit easier to get those incants running. Yeah, a lot of spell reduction. Now, Cinis is trying to decide what unit draft to take. Looks like he's also going to go for a little bit of Incant Floor with the Offering Monument. Narninian chooses to not go for the challenge here. Let's see if that comes back to hurt him. Cinis also took the Guard of the Unnamed, so definitely it seems like both of them are going for the incant-oriented setup, which can work really well, especially given some of the spells they got, like Stealth and so on. Cinis is taking a little bit of time upgrading his spells, but now he's getting into that second fight as well. Narninian's already to the Relentless fight, and seem to take care of that pretty easily. With the large stone Guard of the Unnamed, that's certainly going to help things out a lot. Let's see, taking Molten Encasement. I didn't catch what the first card was, but let's see, unit upgrades. What unit upgrades is he going to go for? Interesting, because he doesn't really have anything. Oh, he does actually have some units he can upgrade because of the Come Prepared. So he upgrades his Glacial Seal as Narninian, or as as Cinis is now getting finishing off this final boss fight. He takes the Ice Tornado. He's also going to take... Oh, he takes coins there. Doesn't take the Molten Encasement. Narninian's now starting up the third fight. We'll see which Daedalus we have. We have Plating Seal Daedalus. Could be kind of tough, but with the Unnamed Guard of the Unnamed having such high health, probably won't be too big of an issue.
I did not. I think it's a bad.
Cinis opts not to go for the... or actually, no, he does take the candles. He's going to go for... he's going to go for Dante. Let's see how that plays out for him. Narninian's still pretty far ahead in terms of this particular fight. We'll see if Cinis is able to catch up before the end of the run. Narninian's stack floor there seems pretty strong. He's finally able to play the Glacial Seal. Some of the spells are going to be difficult to get out there, like Ice Tornado, given the low Ember. We'll see what they end up taking as the upgrade after Daedalus. And let's see, he is able to kill Daedalus on the bottom floor. Let's see if Cinis is able to continue to stack that stealth and get enough damage on the Relentless phase. He doesn't really have much backup in comparison to what Narninian had. I did not see what upgrade he took there. He's going to go for draw. He doesn't get the Relentless kill, but with Ice Tornado, he's able to finish it off pretty straightforward. All right, Narninian opts for the Remnant Banner and removal. Getting rid of Train Stewards makes a lot of sense. I think he took the coins there on the Remnant Banner. Meanwhile, Cinis is picking his rewards from the Daedalus fight. He also opts for coins. And is he going to take draw? No, he's going to go for Ember. His Tethys is still going full on damage spell reduction, which makes a lot of sense. He has a lot of high cost spells. It's going to help him out a lot getting those spells out there. And he did take draw. So we'll see if that continues to work out well for him. He's already on to the fourth fight. Meanwhile, Cinis is just finishing up his spell upgrades. And what is he out for? Getting holdover on more stealth and lowering the cost of Ice Empire. Okay. Okay, so Narninian's drip falling unit down, trying to avoid some pyre damage. Let's hope that he's able to kill him off, or he might be in trouble here. Because that unit actually gains damage at the end of every turn. Oh, he's bringing it down again. He has the Ice and Pyre. He's getting dregs out. Cinis is just starting up that same fourth fight against the Clipped Guard. Narninian did opt for the challenge, where Cinis decided not to take the challenge on this one. And I think it's right now all about incanting for Narninian and for Cinis on those bottom floors. Ooh, he's not able to kill the boss right now during Relentless. Is he going to be able to do enough damage? He's getting pretty close. He's going to take quite a lot of damage from these units onto the Pyre, since he can't kill the boss during Relentless. But he should be able to kill the boss on the second floor, even with a couple of hits. Meanwhile, Cinis is also in trouble of taking a lot of damage due to those units making it to the top floor. Let's see how much he ends up taking. Not too bad. He's ending up with 70. He's also not able to kill so far on Relentless. But let's see if he's able to change anything with some of his spells. That certainly is going to help, but it's still not going to be quite enough damage there. Narninian opts to remove some spells. He can't really upgrade any units, so he's going to skip and go right on to the fifth fight. But Narninian was able to manage it with some spells, and he does have a little bit more health going into this 5th fight. Opts to skip both cases. I think he... And now, let's see, on this 5th fight, we have the stealth units followed by the stealth boss. We'll see how they're able to prepare for that, likely with a lot of stealth of their own. In the meantime, Cinis also opted to remove... Let's see if he's going to upgrade. He does get some upgrades for Dante. He just got the Dante in now. Let's see how well Dante does to help him get through the rest of this run here. In the meantime, Narninian is still battling out this last unit before the boss shows up. Getting a lot of good incants on his Guard of the Unnamed. Cinis is now setting up his own Incant Floor. And how much damage is he doing to the chicken boss right now? Pretty good damage. Getting it just about 150 health left. Meanwhile, Cinis was able to prevent some damage on the pyre there. He seems in a pretty good shape as well. And it looks like Narninian was able to pull it off without taking additional pyre damage, so he should be well set for the next fight. He does take the crystalline seeds and skips for the next one. Not seeing anything he liked out of that draft pick. Cinis was able to get quite a lot of damage onto the boss. Certainly stacking up that Frostbite is helping. How's he doing with Dante? Oh, he doesn't need it. Icy Tornado is able to finish it off. He also opts for the crystalline seeds and skips the next. I didn't catch what Narninian was doing in the in-betweens, but he's now already into the Fell fight. Looks like we have Armor Fell. That could be quite tough to get enough damage to get through this armor, especially on these first waves. But let's see what he's able to manage here. That Frostbite's certainly going to help. Cinis opts to upgrade some spells. He's finally got that Guard of the Unnamed on the bottom floor. That's going to help out with reducing the damage. And the stealth as well to prevent damage. And the shark there going to just continue to increase the frostbite. Cinis is now also starting up his floor. He opts to put Tethys on the middle floor this time, probably to just help get all of his other cards set up for the incanting. Definitely these higher health units are going to be tough for him to get through. Yeah, he does take quite a lot of damage from that unit heading up into the pyre floor. He's going to take a little bit more damage after this as well. But otherwise seems to be doing okay. He's got quite a good set of armor onto the bottom floor. He's also got quite a lot of frostbite onto Fell already. Meanwhile, Cinis is also getting well set up, but he's taking quite a bit of damage from these units that are leaking through. Definitely going to be a problem with these incant floors, trying to get enough damage to kill off the units. Definitely don't have any major powerhouses, even with Dante. So let's see how they manage the finish of the fight here. Ooh, Fell is not taking a lot of damage. This could be a problem, but luckily with a lot of the damage coming from Frostbite, even having some additional floors certainly will help out there. And Cinis lost his first attempt at this battle. He's going to have to retry that. That's going to really slow him down. Let's see if he's able to come back and finish it. Narninian was able to clean up the fight on the second floor, likely due to the heavy frostbite damage that was already on Fell. Narninian going in for a second attempt on the Fell fight, and in parallel we have Narninian opting to go for the artifact. He takes the hammer to remove some of the units, or at least for the chance to remove some units. In addition, removing his own units, clearing out. Oh no, he takes the silence instead. My bad. So he takes the chance at silencing units. Let's see what he's going to duplicate here. Looking at Ancient Synergy, but ends up going with the Crypt Builder. Meanwhile, Cinis still going through this fight. He tries to go for a bottom floor setup instead to see if maybe that works out a little bit better for him.
You really don't, no. I've just done a hell rush against me.
And what do we have going on here? So now we're into the 7th battle for Narninian. Cinis looks still being a little bit of danger on this Fell fight.
That's the hard
But he did put Endless onto the Dante, so you can keep bringing back Dante throughout the entire fight. That might help him out a lot, especially if you can get a lot of Frostbite on. Biggest issue is going to be, is he able to clear off these units before they reach the top?
I think I have to reset this fight.
Narninian ends up getting into a difficult spot with his Pyre health. He's going to restart fight number 7.
Oh my gosh, I went to... I don't know how to play this game.
Yeah, makes a little bit of mechanical mistakes getting back into the fight, but he should be just fine. He's still well ahead of Cinis. And can Cinis get enough damage? It looks like pretty tough, but he does have the Siren Song that could protect him from getting killed by the enemy unit there. Question is he going to be able to get enough damage onto Seraph? And that's definitely a good question to ask right now. He's getting a lot of Frostbite stacks. He's missing his tank unit here. He can get Dante back out there to do just a little bit of damage, or at least to prevent one of the damage. And let's see what we have on the top floor here. He really needs to get that tank.
Dream is not alive after reset game.
All right, he's going to try for a third attempt. In the opposite side, we have Narninian getting his stacks up. Able to silence the bottom floor. It's going to help out a lot with that those damage on the front unit, getting rid of all of those extinguish triggers. In the meantime, seems like he was able to kill off that top unit before it reached the Pyre. He should have a pretty good time of it as well with these units. But he's got plenty of Pyre health as well, so he's looking really good right now. Cinis is opting for a top floor start with the Dante acting more as a kind of softening up before the units reach the top. Now he's going to start trying to stun those units in the Pyre, let them die to the Pyre. In the meantime, Narninian is able to get almost all damage that he needs onto the boss, although the boss will be killing that floor, going up to the next floor. He does have a Tethys, and he's able to kill with the 2 Crypt Builders. So he looks well prepared for this final fight. Narninian still, or sorry, not Narninian, Cinis still trying to get through this Fel fight here, really struggling to scale up the damage enough to take out Fel. But he has been able to significantly increase the amount of stealth he has compared to other runs that may end up being enough for him. Let's see if he can pull it off. He can fit in the Glacial Seal. He chooses to not play it and instead do the Dante's Candle. What is he going to go for? He could bring back Dante for a couple of turns, or for one turn.
No, I don't even have space.
He chooses to instead to put the Cuddle Hex out there. Looks like he's in trouble. He's only getting 347 damage. He's going to opt for a 4th attempt. In the meantime, Narninian is jumping into the Seraph fight. This might be the end of the run for him. Let's see if they're able to pull it off. So we have his Incant Floor set up on the bottom. Tough part could be all of the cleanse effects. Whether he's able to get through that, it's going to be tough because he will be cleansing the stealth as well as his own frostbite stacks as he gets them. So could be quite difficult here. I don't know if he's spotted yet that his Glacial Seal. His Glacial Seal is endless, so he might be okay. He was able to pick up the. No, he just put endless directly on him. Okay, so he'll continue to play the Glacial Seal out every turn. In the meantime, Sin is still going for this Fel fight. He does allow a couple units to leak through just so that he can get a better setup on that middle floor with the Offering Monument and everything else. Let's see what he ends up putting on that same floor. Narninian just stacking up all of these incants. Likely going to play Stealth out at the end. He has a Crushing Demise, nowhere really to use it. That's going to be advantageous for him. That is a lot of Crypt Builders. That should help out a lot with clearing out this floor. Continuing to get stacks onto Seraph, even though Seraph removes them, it does do that one turn of damage to him. And yeah, he looks like he's in a pretty good spot. We'll just see how he does during the relentless phase. But at least for now, looks looking okay. He's gonna continue to stack all of those incants. In the meantime, Cinis is on the Fell relentless phase again. Let's see if he's able between all of. He's only doing a little bit of damage to Fell. Let's see if he can manage it. Ooh, with that Crypt Builder and all of those stacks of spell weakness, he was finally able to get through. He's going to opt for the Hoarfrost Effigy instead, hoping to kill Seraph with stacks. And on this relentless phase, it looks like Narninian's not getting a whole lot of damage, but he hasn't played the stealth yet, and he does have a lot of spells left to get damage onto Seraph here. He's going to stun. Let's see if he gets enough damage to carry him into the later floors. He does have Endless on both the Glacial Seal and on Tethys. That should help out a lot. He gets that Urchin Spines and the Energy Siphon. That's going to be a big burst of damage from the one of those Crypt Builders. The question is it going to be enough to kill him on this top floor? In the meantime, Cinis is now finally getting into that 7th floor fight. How's he looking? It's I don't think he's able to kill here. So he's going to retry that fight. See if he can't get more damage onto Seraph before the relentless phase. In the meantime, Cinis is looking pretty strong here on the 7th floor fight with that Siren Song. Is able to prevent a lot of pyre damage. Getting all of these. Oh, he got some really good silence effects. But opts to silence that last one just to prevent some more damage on his tank. And I did miss it, but it looks like he did upgrade his capacity so that he could fit Dante and the unnamed, or Guard of the Unnamed on the same floor. That might come out to help him out a lot there with some extra damage. I did not see which Tethys he took. I think it's a cost reduction and no, not cost reduction. Spell weakness, full spell weakness build. Interesting. So very, very, very different setups here. Narninian on his 2nd attempt, starting to stack up all of the armor onto his Guard of the Unnamed. In the meantime, also trying to stack as much as he can onto Seraph. He opts not to play the Urchin Spines yet, hoping for a play during the relentless phase.
Yeah, so I went basically Hail Mary.
And how's he doing? Oh, looks like he's in a little bit of danger. He needs to get at least 1 damage spell. Don't know if he's able to get it. He is going to try for... oh, he's able to kill with the pyre there. That actually ended up working out really well. And now Cinis is going to get set up for his Seraph fight. In the meantime, Narninian's about to hit Relentless in a couple of turns.
I failed the fight, so I'm trying to read.
Yeah, you're allowed to be a gamer. I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying you are.
So he's trying to decide, does he want to focus on clearing out this floor now, or is he going to kill off that top unit? I think he's opting to just let that guy leak through. Let's keep the stealth. Ideally, that helps him with the relentless phase against Seraph. And how are we looking on the Cinis side? He's got the Offering token already out. He's starting to stack stealth. He's going to get that Guard of the Unnamed also out. And opts not to play any more spells right away. And with the Ember Drain, that might help. That might hurt a little bit, but luckily a lot of his units were already stealthed. And with the Siren Song, he's not going to take any more damage from this unit. He will take a little bit of pyre damage from the candles, and he's still going to start stacking up. Hopefully, gets there you go. We got the Remnant Pact on the Guard of the Unnamed. That's going to help out with the all the stacks onto the Seraph. And looking at this relentless phase of Narninian, he does lose all of his units. Let's see if he's able to get enough damage and incants.
How did you upgrade it?
I just went full conduit.
Let's see if he can get enough damage with all these Offering or Crypt Builders
Frostbite, maybe.
and Helica Crystallis.
And I took the Hoarfrost
He does opt to kill that top unit with a Crushing Demise. And let's see if he can get enough damage. He does have an Energy Siphon that's going to help out with that Ice and Pyre. And he's able to get a solid down to below 400. But it's probably not enough to be able to kill. He's going to try it again.
One more plan.
So he'll try for a third attempt. In the meantime, Cinis is on Relentless now. See how much damage he's able to get on these units. He didn't get a whole lot, and he is going to die to the leaked units. So Cinis is also going to be restarting. This is a tough one. They're really struggling to try to get through these last fights. Alright, so we have Narninian already setting up for the bottom floor.
There's going to be something really cool to watch.
He's going.
A lot of.
He is now.
Especially the Nate's perspective.
Yeah. So he's thinking of setting up a little bit differently than before, putting Endless on the Titan Sentry instead, hopefully to stack up enough Frostbite to kill Fel earlier. Earlier he had put that Endless onto Tethys, but let's see if this Titan Sentry Endless ends up working out for him. In the meantime, Cinis is on his second attempt at the Seraph fight. He is opting to bring back the Guard of the Unnamed with Burnout. He's now going to put Remnant Pact on him, so he's going to come back with full health every turn, but he is only going to last for one turn unless he's able to stack more Burnout. And he's continuing to get more and more damage onto Seraph. He's playing on that middle floor, I'm assuming hoping to have more time to incant and set up. But let's see how that pays out for him. He does fit both incanters on that same floor, the Glacial Seal. However, he's going to lose the Glacial Seal immediately due to the AoE. Let's see how he's able to get. Yeah, he's going to reset there. He lost a lot of health on his units. He's not going to be able to survive. In the meantime, Narninian is still burning through this Seraph fight as well with the Endless Titan Sentry rather than the Endless Tethys. My gosh. Sorry about the commentary a little bit. Brain struggling. But he's going to try to kill off this top unit, having the double extinguish triggers certainly going to help out there. Does have a little bit of a leaked unit there, but it shouldn't make a huge difference. Trying to get some last damage onto Seraph and these enemies before. Oh wow, that's a really good timing. I think he's going to opt to still use the Crypt Builder and just getting a drag out there. Good timing on getting that Titan Sentry killed. He will be able to put the Titan Sentry in front of the Glacial Shard, which should help things. Titan Sentry, Glacial Shard. He can even put in a. He's able to get off one of those before he gets the stealth out. With he'll be able to do a Helical Crystallis, Crypt Builder, Ice and Pyre, and let's see if he's able to get enough damage with all this Frostbite to really hurt Seraph here. Seraph is going to burn through pretty quickly. He's got that last Titan Sentry, got the Glacial Seal again. And with Ice and Pyre, Helical Crystallis, and one Crypt Builder, it's probably not going to be enough. But let's see if he's able to manage it somehow. I think it's definitely the most damage he was able to get onto Fel with all of the Frostbite, but he's going to opt to finish off the fight. Oh, no.
Well, that plan didn't work.
He's going to try a different approach. Ooh, looks like Cinis was able to get the Frostbite stacks. The question is, can he kill off these units before Seraph dies? That's going to be the main question. And as long as he can put one unit out, he should be perfectly fine here. And with that, I think we have the end of the run. All right, so we have our winner here. Cinis was able to manage it in just under 24 minutes. But was definitely the toughest, I think, of the seeds we did. Up there, at least, with some of the toughest seeds we did. Definitely Incant being extremely difficult, and I would say Melting Remnant is not so helpful when it comes to Incant floors.
Definitely not the ideal Stygian allied clan in general.
Yeah, so I just didn't have enough stealth stacks because it was the chased.
Yeah, when I was relying on Engulfed in Smoke, even on Fell, I had some problems.
Well,
Yeah, I
I was
got.
hoping my armor would be enough, but I didn't realize my champ wasn't doing any damage, and relentless combat was the problem.
Yeah. For me, non-relentless combat and defense were the problems. The Fell was just, I didn't really have anything going for me, honestly. So I had to figure out a setup that would just barely
I think if I
land
picked
a
up
damage zone.
Frostbite champ in the final ring, I would have been fine.
Yeah, I grabbed the Effigy Ring 6 as a Hail Mary, hoping that I would see the Frostbite champ.
It's
And that, luckily for me, worked out.
it was a tough setup. I mean, I think the start was pretty similar. That first diverge, I would say the heavy diverge was taking like I don't know, like Spike the Stygian, some of that kind of stuff early on, and then the Dante, of course, was like the big turn.
I wouldn't think of that in retrospect, though.
Yeah, I think having the Dante's candles slow you down, even with a you have a 35 card deck. Even with a 35 card deck, those Dante's candles are really annoying, and I don't think that Dante's impact was so high.
Yeah, the issue wasn't really that Dante's candles were particularly bad. In fact, they were easy enough to mitigate. The real problem was that Dante sucked.
Yeah,
Covenant won, so I had low blight count and only one upgrade slot, so I couldn't get his attack to even decent levels, let alone good.
yeah, you really needed to get a large stone on him, and you can't do your whole run fishing for large stones.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I mean, that Hoarfrost effigy ended up just pulling the run together at the end. But up until then, I definitely think a lot of struggles. Yeah, that fell fight was tough to watch. It was pretty brutal. But then, on the cross side, Narninian, yeah, I think you're exactly right. I think you needed some type of scaling damage, and just wasn't there for you. But overall, I think it was really good. Really, really, I mean, I'm thinking about some of the options that came up during the run. There wasn't a whole lot, to be honest, to try to scale too much.
Scrappy run.
I mean, not getting any decent sirens at all in an incant build is just real sad. Only kidding.
You have Shark, but even that's not amazing. Especially not when we had Engulfed in Smoke to kind of render him a bit useless.
Right. Well,
I
cool.
used him as a follow-up, basically.
So with that, Cinis, you take the this week's crown again. I think last week not last week, because last week was the bus week. But last time we did the score one, you also took it by default due to the cursed seed eliminating everybody. So cool. So then let's talk mutators for next week. So we had Come Prepared, No Fluff upgraded.
Score league, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do a score league. Let's sort out how we want to set it up.
So we'll do the usual 5 seeds, and then if we have Salink and Bane, we can do 1 seed per participant. So for choosing clans and all that.
See, let me look at the mutators. So if we're doing score, I mean, would haste be interesting?
I was looking at that as well. It'll make life harder for sure.
One track mind I find more irritating than fun.
I mean, and if we're going for score, there might be it might just be kind of the same. Volatile spells, I don't know.
If you want to get those mid-roll ads, the math challenge is always the way to go.
Yeah, no way. We don't need 1.5 hour runs of me using my calculator.
Okay.
Magic Hand, maybe?
Magic Hand.
Magic Hand could be interesting. Want something?
Is
Go
there
ahead.
like a twist we could put on it so it's different than a daily challenge? I'm wondering.
Well, I think the first mutator I would recommend is Covenant 10. So I would do all
Okay.
of them at Covenant 10, just so you have that top floor stun. But I wouldn't go higher than 10. I think then it becomes
Yeah,
not
we
too
can set it
difficult,
to
but just
10.
more annoying. I like the
Front-loaded
idea.
enough?
I was just gonna say I really like the idea of front loaded.
All right. Are you guys good with front loaded?
What is front loaded?
That's where you have 20 ember and you don't gain new ember.
Okay. Okay, I like that. So front loaded, we're gonna do Covenant 10. Volatile Cage.
I
No.
think that's fun, actually.
You want to do it? All right, all right.
So broken valve. Do we want a third mutator, or does that do it?
I would. The last one that I would do is magic hand.
Also,
Broken valve magic hand sucks.
yeah,
we will
that-
lose
we could
every
get
single
screwed.
seed.
Yeah,
You think so? What if
I'm
we?
pretty sure, yeah.
What
Because I
if
mean,
we-
you're always gonna want to play the cheat cards.
we could do like +2 ember a turn. I don't know, but
But
that's
that-
probably
that-
too much ember.
It doesn't synergize. When you get the +2 ember per turn, you don't get it. It still just gives you 0.
Oh, really?
Because you get net. You get net -1, unless you upgrade 2 ember. What if we did? Let me see. Keep going up. Keep going up.
So we have two, right? We're doing gauge
Yeah.
and front loaded.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that we're kind of at a neutral place. So we can look at all of them really.
We can also throw in something just like not necessarily related, like new challenger or fallen champ.
Ooh, I like new challenger. That's the one where you get a random.
Yeah, you get a cross
champ.
blast champ.
Yeah, I like that.
Welcome back, Mario. We're currently planning the next week's Monster Train League. We did the finale while you were gone. I took the crown over Narninian.
Scroll back down for me again. I mean, I can look myself. Hold on. Let me just stop leeching off of you guys and use my own. And I'll switch over to Monster Train Standard. People can see my face again. They'll be so excited. Let's figure out why Monster Train is. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Moth the magic? Nah, that doesn't really make sense.
I don't like that much. New challenger. I mean, we could also like just a completely different idea. Simple plan and haste would be kind of nuts.
That's just the roundabout way of doing like a Yeet Apocalypse spell deck.
I mean, we could do small hands to negatively or to counter a little bit the benefit of the volatile gauge. So you still get the gauge effect, but you have still
Okay, so
not
it's
as many
really
cards.
just random. It's just a random. Yeah,
I think I'll still draw plus one, but yeah.
That's worth it with random costs. I think we need that. So I like
Yeah,
that.
so small hands will be the third one. Okay. I'm gonna build mine now.
Same.
Or I mean, we want to do one of each primary clan, though, right?
That would be my preference.
What?
I think
You can also just
claim them. Oh yeah. No, that's fine. I'll do the Umbra.
Okay. I'll take Hellhorn. My allied clan is going to be MR.
All right, I'm gonna do Awoken. This is just my favorite clan, so.
Broken
We're doing
Valve. There we
10.
are. Small hands. All right. Umbra.
I can end stream, right? Or end Discord stream, rather?
Yeah, of course. I'm out of it already.
Alright.
Ooh, Umbra what? Umbra what? I think I'm gonna do Umbra MR.
2 MR allied seeds already.
Am
I'm
I gonna
doing
do?
Awoken Stygian.
The old classic combo.
You know what? I'm gonna do I'll do Umbra Awoken. Umbra Awoken.
Umbra Awoken.
Yep.
Alright, I'm going to paste my seed.
I'm going to paste mine as
with
well.
that, I'm going to end stream. I've been at it for a while now. So if you enjoyed, please drop a follow. All that I'll drop out of Discord so I stop bugging these two with my shameless plugs.
Wait, how do we? I'm confused now. Oh, we're not doing a new challenger. Okay.
No, we're not.
No.
Okay, that's. I was like, how do we fit 4 in there?
Alright. Have a good day to you, Nate, and good night to you, Narninian.
Alright, see you guys later. And yeah, I'm also going to drop out and switch to the rest of my regular content. And I'll reach out to Sal-Link and Bane to see if they want to join this week's. And let's leave. There we go. All right, so I think we're all set up for next week's Monster Train. Let me get my window back down to a manageable size, and we can get into the rest of the Monster Train Daily Show. So, what do we have up? Now we have next a daily challenge. So let's check it out, see what it looks like for today. We have Hellhorned Umbra, okay? At your service, so train stewards are significantly stronger and you have more of them. Junked up means we have calcified embers we need to get rid of, and then we have moth magic to ascend units. Looks like there is a lot of high scores. These don't look legitimate, but maybe I'm wrong here. Dear Sweet Comrade up in the high 40,000s. Sal-Link has not done this daily challenge yet. So let's see how it goes. Could be interesting. Alright, we start with Fortify, Perils of Production, Inflame. Perils of Production could be really useful for getting rid of the calcified embers as well as other options in the future. Let's see what artifact we get. Adding a morsel at the beginning of the hand seems really good, especially with all of the junked up. That's a very, very consistent gorge opportunity for us. Let's see what Penumbra we start with. Or not Penumbra, with Hornbreaker Prince. I feel like Wrathful is going to be really useful here. And then maybe we flex in a Brawler later on. The alternative is that we take the Brawler now with the expectation that we put it behind a Gorge unit, but I think having a Gorge unit on its own floor is going to make more sense. So let's go with Wrathful. Scale up his damaged armor, along with the opportunities that come with the morsels to scale him. That should be really good. Alright, we'll start with the draft here. Probably going to play up in the top floor, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, our train stewards are significantly better than normal. Let's see. That's 20 damage right now. That's enough to almost kill a train steward. It's very likely we can get another train steward in here, though, before the end of the fight. How much would we be killing here? You would kill 2... We Perils of Production him, which we're going to do. If we Perils of Production him, we're going to be able to kill 3 of them off now. That does seem pretty good. And we'll still be left with 1 Ember for the next turn and get rid of one of these calcified embers. That actually seems really good overall. So let's get both of them out. Give him the Perils of Production. Oh, you know what? It might have been better to actually put it onto the morsel. But we'll try it. Ooh. Didn't know if we actually wanted to lift him up there. We can fit a train steward up here. Certainly going to help things out. Getting a rubble morsel for next turn also seems pretty good. We're going to lose this guy, which is a good and bad thing at the same time. Let's continue to stack armor on him. We can get out another train steward. I think it still makes more sense to block with the train steward for now. Let's get some... let's see what other... okay, 2 Rebel Morsels. That will counteract the Perils of Production quite a lot. And we will use that on... Now, it does... He's going to lose one of it right now. We need to further stack up his rage. And we're able to kill the boss during Relentless. That's actually really good. We can give you some more rage and damage. Well, actually, we don't need to. Let's just get rid of a calcified ember. So really good start for us. Wait. What wait? I've still got my my other voice on. I've got to switch to my playing voice. Oh, good. Luckily, I already caught it, but it was close. Molting Imp could be really good here. It's also a good unit to put Perils of Production on, but likely we're going to put Perils of Production on our Morsels most of the time. Piercing could also be interesting. I actually think we might skip here. Try to hone in on the Ember Drain package. But let's see how it goes. Another Perils of Production. Space Prism could also be really good. I think 2 Perils of Production is enough. Morsel Miner is really good. But I think Space Prism is going to be it for us. And yeah, there's a Gorger. Yeah, good point, Diligent. Luckily, we do have Abandoned Umbra, so we should be able to consistently grow the lifesteal on the Crucible Warden. And considering that our champion is Rage Champion, I think we're actually in really good shape here. I am going to focus on unit upgrades, given that we have all these Train Stewards, which can become much stronger, and we have Crucible Collector to grow. I think this is going to make the most sense for us. Let's check out the unit upgrades first. Yeah, Large Stone on Crucible Collector, even over the rest, I think is important. He's going to be the main tank. We probably will upgrade the other units twice here. Branded Warrior could be really good behind our Hornbreaker Prince. I think that's actually really good. And let's upgrade health and damage on a Train Steward for now. We'll get 1 really strong Train Steward, likely to pair with either on its own floor or with Crucible Warden later on. Mark of Invasion is fine. Ideally, we get at least 1 Train Steward up top. If we don't, we still put what we have up there. Alright, definitely not the ideal setup here. I think we just absorb that damage. Can we prevent any damage here? It doesn't look like it. So let's do... Oh, he's going to die right away. We put Crucible Warden at the bottom. And I think we end up just sacking the Branded Warrior in order to keep the Hornbreaker Prince alive. Take 6 damage. Now we really need yeah, a Train Steward up here. Give you more lifesteal, or do we greed for you? Greeding seems really good. More armor, because you're taking 1, 2, and then 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. You're taking exact damage. That keeps you alive. Let's do Morsel Excavator. Oh, that's so hard to not kill this Extinguisher. I think we... I want to greed for it so bad. Okay, I'm going to greed for it. And I'm just going to play out the Calcified Ember. I don't think we need the other scaling right now. So we were able to kill 3 of them off. These next 2 are going to come up. Now put you here. We can put a train steward on this middle floor. You're dying. There's not a lot we can do about that. We're going to take 1 damage at the top. We can use Perils of Production on you. Or on you. Doesn't really matter. Just to get rid of another calcified ember. And we can't fit a... Oh, we can fit another train steward up here. So let's do it. Take 1 more damage. And we're killing him. That's great news. Alright, let's pick you off. Get you out there and let's just end. Okay. So second battle was a little bit more of a struggle. We did take a little bit of pyre damage due to the trial. But otherwise looking okay going into the next fight. Welder Helper could be really good to prepare our champion to not die. And we can fit him on the same floor with Branded Warrior. Seems okay. Another Space Prism seems really good. It's also a great target to consume during Seraph the Diligent, and it's 0 cost. You can always play it at the very beginning. I think the chance to get a Morsel Master is quite important for us. None of them are very good. We skip, and we take the artifact. What artifact do we get? I think it's the draw for sure. Mask of Penumbra. And we'll go health for artifact. Okay, friendly units gets +3. That's not a bad thing at all. Definitely helps with keeping the champion alive with a lot of 5 damage units out there. And then Branded Warrior as well with such low health. It's also not bad for our train stewards who now have, what, 21 base health? 16 base health. Constructed explosives, and I didn't check to see which explosives they were. Damage shield, okay. So we're just going to have to expect that we're going to get hit. Are we going to get enough rage here to kill off this front unit? 2-4, I don't think so. And to be honest, it's probably safer just to put the Crucible Collector down here. He's going to guaranteed... oh, actually, you know what we can do? Is get a train steward in here as well to do cleanup. Probably should have waited for a better one, but it is what it is. We'll put you up here and give you some armor, and you'll kill off this guy later on. And we just torch. Daedalus to reduce his damage. That was silly. Get you up here. Actually, can we? If we torch this guy, I don't believe we get enough damage on him. Let's put you out here. We can do this though. And let's increase the size. And then we can overstack this floor as we continue on. Let's use this to get the Calcified Ember out of the deck. And everything's looking fine right now. We get another... we can put this... Oh, this train steward is much better. Let's get you up. Get you out. In there. Perils of Production. And Calcified Ember. We're getting rid of a lot of these Calcified Embers. This is looking really good. Do we want 20 armor on Crucible Collector? I don't think so. I think we save it for later. Alright, we're going to gain a lot of armor there. Let's put the morsel down. You can get a second morsel, which is fantastic. And yeah, he should be completely fine for relentless combat. Especially with a 40 damage unit behind him. We can get even more out. You're probably going to take more advantage of the rage and armor. We can give you extra armor as well. And yeah, just put you out here to do some damage. Seems okay. And we're on relentless phase. Let's see how we're doing. Yeah, we're easily killing him. So let's get Perils of Production out. Do we even have any more Calcified Embers? Did we get rid of all of them? We got rid of all the calcified embers by the time we reached Daedalus. That's really good. No complaints. Let's just toss this guy out here. Kill him a little bit faster. So that's a really good Daedalus fight. Let's see how we go into the next one. Ooh, One Horn's Tome could be really good. We will need to decrease its cost at least by 1. But with a single Perils of Production, we can suddenly play it. So maybe we don't actually. Maybe we double stack and permafrost it, and then we play it once we get, once we get enough. It's bad for Crucible Collector. It's great for the Branded Warrior and Hornbreaker Prince, and I think there is where we were intended to play it anyway. Consumer of Crowns is going to be really tough to play with only 1 imp. And I actually don't think we need any other units. We'll scale hard enough with our champion as is. Really important, I think, is draw. Is it capacity or draw? Capacity would allow us to play a Train Steward on the same floor as the Hornbreaker Prince and the Branded Warrior, and give us more options when it comes to Crucible Collector. So I think it is capacity, and then we'll take draw on the second one. We already have 1 draw every turn extra due to the morsel. I still think it is unit upgrades, although getting this double stacked would be really, really, really insane. What would we remove? I think it's Shade Splitters. I think the 1 morsel we get each turn is enough. Well, torches are good for manipulating unit positioning. Do we want the spell upgrades? What are we going to get next floor? That's probably a good indicator. We're going to get unit upgrades then. Let's get the spell upgrades now. I don't think we're going to play Demon Fiend, so we can skip there. We could make it infinite and reduce its cost back down. Actually seems okay. And then we just play it every time we can. Let's re-roll, see if we get holdover. There's the double stack. That would have been fantastic earlier. Let's double stack the End Flame, make it a little bit cheaper. And don't really think we need to add power to anything. We can remove one of the Shade Splitters now. And yeah, we get Brawler. We can add Brawler back in. Help him scale up a little bit better. Give him some starting armor. Enemies appear on each floor. Again, that's a lot of enemies appearing on each floor. Not necessarily a bad thing, but really hoping for some Train Stewards up there. Can we kill you? We're gonna get 2 rage. That's gonna be 19 damage times 2. It's not enough to kill the Clip Defender. I think we're still at the stage where the Collector is probably gonna do enough damage. We can add in a Train Steward as well. Get the Hornbreaker Prince on... Oh wait, no. We need to put 2 units up top. Yeah, that's actually a really good setup here. And depending on how well this floor scales, we could also consider... get you out here and draw. Get you behind to get a kill on the Collector. Although we should have put him in the second position. That was a little bit of a mistake. And yeah, put you here. You're killing both of them. Everything's looking good here. We can get another morsel out here with this Train Steward, so we'll do that. There we go. And we're not going to get Perils of Production, unfortunately, with the One Horn's Tome, but maybe later on we'll be able to somehow fit that in. Get you in there. Put another Train Steward behind. And we can put a lot of armor, or you know what, let's just get a 3rd Train Steward. It's actually okay. Torch you up there. Let you die up here. Increase the space. Increase the space again. We can fit in another train steward. Inflame on you is fantastic. Continue to stack armor on him. This is looking really solid. I think it's very unlikely that they're going to get through this floor. Nowhere to put you guys. Let's just continue to add armor and rage on you. I mean, we could technically torch you, put you down, or torch you and then put a shade splitter out, but it's probably not worth it. How are we doing? We are going to be able to use another multi-strike, so let's just stack you up a lot, give you a third multi-strike, get another morsel out there, add some more armor, even torch to get one of these guys out of there. Seems really good. Yeah, these rage increases really help out with these train stewards. They take advantage of it really well. Another inflame is probably not necessary. Although, you know, being able to have a rage serum just to use as another Seraph the Diligent removal seems good. Prism retrieval could also be really good with this setup, because our train stewards take advantage of the multi-strike. Right, definitely going unit upgrades here. Let's see what we get from the concealed caverns first. Interesting. Yeah, the ember stasis. We have plenty of ways to get rid of those concealed embers, and the blights are going to do a lot of damage to Seraph here. Multi-strike on Branded Warrior. Extra health on another train steward seems okay. Let's re-roll. Quick. Putting quick on one with extra damage would be really good. I don't think we want it on the Branded Warrior. Let's get it on one of you and just have a tanky one, I guess. I don't know. Let's just spread it around. And we can get rid of another Shade Splitter. Alright, let's start up the 5th fight here. And things are looking really good. Enter with spikes. Are we okay with spikes? I think so. And I think we're going to play... Do we play champion on the bottom floor? I guess it depends on how the units start out. I think we are going to play Crucible Collector on the bottom floor. And then put the champion on the 2nd floor. He'll stack up pretty well. And we can put Crucible Collector because he'll heal up a lot of this damage he's taking now. We can kill one of them right now. If we want to get a lot of armor onto you, give you rage as well. Killing one of them reduces the damage, although there's a chance the Branded Warrior might get a kill, which would also be really good. Yeah, let's kill one of them. I don't know if the Branded Warrior kills are that important. Let's put you here. You are definitely going to go in 2nd position here. And you out here with a morsel. We don't really have a lot of space right now, but we could get a free one out, which can fit here. That seems okay. Alright, we're definitely going to be killing the backliner. Putting armor, let's see, you're taking 4 per hit. So then getting armor onto you seems really smart. We can increase your damage as well. Let's get you out here. Increasing armor again seems okay. We can fit you at the top floor. You should have been in the front. You're the tank. This doesn't quite kill him, is the issue. You will be able to kill him. In that case, let's just upgrade you. Get rid of this. Oh, I could use that on... I don't know. That wouldn't have... I could use that on him. That's okay. And we're not going to torch yet. I think we're okay here. Now you're dying. That's good news. Let's put you down here. Let's see. I think it's in flame. Still on the champion. We want to perils of production. Let's get you in front. That certainly helps things. Let's just still do this. I don't think we necessarily need... Ooh, that's actually okay. No, it's actually not, because he doesn't take advantage of it. We could have swapped them, would have been better. And we can't play this train steward out yet. Now, what I'm very likely going to do is... in fact, I'm going to do it now. Oh, it's really risky. I'd like to be able to torch units up, but I'm not 100% convinced that we can survive like that. You're gonna die to the AoE anyway. Let's knock you into the second floor. Let's get this out here. You're dying to the because you're quick. Let's get rid of the last calcified ember. And I think we leave it at that. What could we draw? We can draw a train steward, a pretty, actually, hefty train steward. And that's basically it. If we get the torch, though, I will torch him up. Okay, good. So we can do morsel. Perils of production on you. How much damage are you doing? 81 times 2. 81 times 3. You can take up to 4 hits. That should be enough to kill you. Let's knock him up there. You should already be dead. Yeah, you are already dead. But we can even make that more dead. Give you more armor. Give you 1 Horn's Tome. And now you are really, really dead. Cool. So that worked out really well. Got the kind of first floor kill. Hey, Rage Does Not Decay is fantastic with this setup. Another Rage Serum seems good. Cave-In. Cave-In is interesting. We don't have a way to bring units back down again, and then being able to cave in on a relentless floor seems really good. Let's do it. Because we can stack up our champion on a second or third floor, or even stack up a Crucible Warden on a second or third floor, and then bring them all down for a really solid set of hits. Conserve between turns. Or split anvil. I think it's conserve between turns. That is almost a guaranteed way to get enough ember to play our One Horn's Tome over and over again. I don't think we need to remove consume from anything. Minusing the cost of cave-in makes a lot of sense. Let's re-roll. Permafrost. Do we want to save cave-in for the opportune moment, or save prism retrieval for the opportune moment? Seems really good. Minus the cost of cave-in again, and just play it every time it shows up. Might also be okay. And let's jump into Fell. Fell fight is a rage fight, which should be okay because we can use our Crucible Warden to absorb a lot of those hits, and then he heals it back on from lifesteal. And then I think we try to play it where we can cave back in down on the units again. You are, let's see, you have 18 or 28 health. Yeah, you would just die. 12, 38. Yeah. So we're gonna do Hornbreaker Prince, Branded Warrior, and we put the morsels here. If we put the Train Steward in between, we're going to be able to get a rage stack on all of them, which would be really good. I think that's worth it. It also depends on what Shade Splitter we get. Let's put you up here. Okay, that's just armor. Let's see what Shade Splitter we get. Oh crap, we actually needed the... Okay, we'll put you in the middle. So now we're killing this. Let's give you extra armor. We could have torched one of them up, but I think it's okay. Everything's dying. That's really good news. Would be ideal if he was killing something. But I don't think we're going to be able to manage that very well. I'm going to put the Crucible Collector at the top with the Rubble Morsel. And I think we're going to try to get extra space in here. Maybe up top? No, let's do it here. Give you extra armor. Give you extra rage. And we can fit you at the back. Do even more damage. Seems really good. Inflame is certainly going to help out. Let's get you set up there. Rage Serum certainly doesn't hurt. And we have some really good Train Stewards coming up. You have Quick. Ah, that's why. Okay. We can bring up another unit. Is it going to kill it? 20, 57. Oh, you're so close to killing him. Um, 16, 16, 32 plus 64 that's also not quite enough. Although you will increase the damage. Oh, you're net positive because you are killing him. I think we can bring this guy up. He will do AoE damage, but we will get another kill on him. It does mean that our Hornbreaker Prince should get two kills. 20 takes off his armor. Okay, it's not quite enough. Let's just do this. This is simple. Yeah, there we go. Get you out there. Just really hit him. And I think caving in here is probably the best setup. Huh. We would basically be sacking this Train Steward if we did that. But we would get a whole lot of damage onto Fell if we did that. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4. We can put 2 Train Stewards out here as well. Get you up front. You behind. Cave in. Now we're doing a lot of damage to him. And we can even enrage more. Enraging you more. Let's see. How are we doing here? You're doing 20, 40, 60. And then you're killing one, hitting one, you're hitting one. If I increase your rage, increase your rage. Does not make a difference. But it's fine. Still really good. Let's get you out here. Shade Splitter. I will One Horn's Tome. We need armor on you. Will One Horn's Tome the champion. Torch you up to the top. And let's put more armor on the champion just to be extra safe. And we should get a bottom floor here, relentless kill here, just fine. Okay, let's get armor and rage on you. And cave you guys in. And get more damage onto Fel. Seems good. And now we're on Relentless. Oh no, not quite on Relentless yet. We can put you guys up there to do more damage, but I don't think it makes a huge difference here. Let's get you up here, give you extra damage, give you more. Yeah. Cave in, everybody. And that seems really good. And now we're on Relentless. Should be fine killing him. We are fine killing him. We can add more damage and armor. More damage and armor. More armor. More armor. And we're good. So I don't know if we're going to get into the top scores. I don't know how we're going to be able to kill Seraph. Last Stand is how we're going to kill Seraph. And plus draw or plus Ember? Plus Ember is really good with our Unbroken Horn. Plus draw is really good because we're more likely to get our Perils of Production. And the rest of our cards. I think we do draw. Alright. I think it's still unit upgrades and being able to get rid of the last Shade Splitter. What else would we get rid of? One torch, probably. Although the torches are pretty good about, that's a way to move units up and down. Let's see how it goes. Unit upgrades. You want endless on something? Not necessarily. Getting extra health and damage is not bad. We can stack your health even higher. Or just add health to another unit. Plus 10 damage on the quick one seems pretty good. And let's see what other one we get. Another quick. It's not particularly great. I think we just add generic stats onto other train stewards. And you know what? Let's get rid of one train steward. That all seems fine. So we get rid of the weakest train steward, the only unupgraded one, and then we get rid of a Shade Splitter. And then going into the final fight, we're probably going to go this side and upgrade spells again. We're definitely going to go more Wrathful for more base health, more rage stacks, and let's see if we can't get an early kill on Seraph. This should be fine. Just need to get enough damage. Yeah, this is gonna be really great. So we can put you here. You're gonna heal up a lot of the damage you're taking. We can get Crucible Warden out on the second floor. Branded Warrior behind. How are we gonna kill this Gilded Wing? I guess we try to cave him in. One thing I can think of. Otherwise, we're gonna have a really hard time killing you. Perils of production to get more ember costs, or ember in general. And I think it still is more rage on you with armor. Yeah, I think it's gonna have to be a cave in. If we cave in now, and then we can torch the Crucible Collector back up. Well, who's the highest damage one? You're not quick. So let's get you down here. Give you more damage. Now we cave in. Are we going to be able to kill? Let's see. Each one of them gives you 3 rage stacks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 12 rage stacks, 24 extra damage. That's not quite enough. Let me think. What do we get here? We can put another one behind. And then maybe between all of them, we are able to kill everything. Everything but the collector, in fact. But we do take a lot of damage on our prints, but in the future it should be much better. Let's torch you. Actually, that's kind of a waste. Okay. So, we definitely want to play out. We cannot play this on you. We can play it on the Branded Warrior, though. Who we can also give extra rage. How do we keep you alive? Oh my gosh. We should be just fine here. Let's let's put extra rage onto the Branded Warrior. We should be getting Perils of Production. We should be getting more spells soon. Let's put the Rebel Morsel down. Okay, so we can draw a bunch of extra cards, or extra stuff if we want. Let's get you in here, you in here. I think we don't do One Horn's Tome yet. It's kind of dangerous. Better would just be increase all of their rage. And we can put you in there, that's fine. This is where things are getting dicey. Putting you up there, putting you up there. Should be enough that now you're gaining armor. You're both dying, that's good news. And we can put down a morsel. Stack Perils of Production, stack Perils of Production. We are going to get a lot of armor next turn. 20 armor. Let's just increase you for now. And I don't think we need a Prism Retrieval. We'll just keep it for now. Okay. Lots of armor, lots of armor, lots of armor. We can torch. We don't really need to torch anything, actually. This is perfectly reasonable. Bring you down. Do we have? We have no units available. Let's not waste it. Okay, there we go. Let's give you extra armor, extra armor. We can give you now extra multi-strike because honestly, you're gonna die anyway if you get out of your armor. and give you even more armor, and that's it. Should be perfectly fine here. Yeah, we're gonna take 5 damage. We're gonna get hit 1 time and then you're dead. Seems really good. We can even cave in some guys if we want. Cool. That worked out really well. Now it's a question of how this works out against Seraph. But there is definitely a possibility to just wreck Seraph very early. I don't think any of this is going to make sense. And Umbra Stone is fantastic on the Hornbreaker Prince to get extra armor. And it allows us to not have to worry about where Seraph ends up being. What do we want to do here? So I think we want spell upgrades, right? See what trinkets are available. Demons get multi-strike. Do we have any demons? We have the Branded Warrior. Getting him a 3rd multi-strike could be interesting. Really well, yeah. And welcome to the stream, Rob Bogglesworth. Yeah, it's going really well. I think getting Perils of Production held over is pretty good just to get extra Ember, but I don't think it's actually necessary. I think we're fine with how we're set up here. Let's just go into the fight. We should have plenty of opportunity to stack Rage and kill Seraph. Starting off with One Horn's Tome is definitely not the ideal setup here, but we can work with it. Can we kill this Purifier? You know what we could do is we could put the Hornbreaker Prince on the middle floor, tag this guy up, because there's no way we're going to get enough damage on him right now. 8 rage, 16 damage. He's going to get 3 to start. How much rage will he have? So he'll get 1, 2, 3. 3 times, so that'll be 9 rage. 17 rage. 20 rage. 40 extra damage is going to be 45. Not enough to kill him. So let's get you up here now. Put you in the top. In fact, we can bring both of them up. Is that what we want to get rid of? I think we do it. Oh, actually, now we can. We want to kill you like that. I had totally forgotten about the 100 damage. Okay, let's put this on you. Get you out here. Get you out here. Definitely put Rage on you. Let's get another Train Steward in the back. Give you armor. Get a Train Steward up here. This is all looking really good. Just need Trample. We're gonna get 1 garbage in our deck. But that's life sometimes. Sometimes you just get garbage in your deck. There's nothing you can do about it. We're not going to play Last Stand yet. So we're going to do this. Trample. Get you in there. And armor and cave in to get a huge amount of damage onto Seraph, as well as stacking a lot of armor on the Hornbreaker Prince. Now, ideally, Seraph goes down to the next floor. Would be ideal. He did. That's fantastic news. Self-mutilation. Let's play the Vengeful Shard. Honestly, anywhere but the bottom floor. Get you out here. We can put you up here as well. Perils of Production, which is now gone. I just realized. But it's fine. We probably only need the 1. Give you more rage. I guess increase the space here. We could have played Space Prism. That would have been a much better play. But we are going to do a lot of damage. Everything's looking good here. Let's do Space Prism again. We can put out a morsel. Hit you for 100. Perils of Production. Last Stand on everybody. We can bring you up here to get garbage out of our deck and put you in there. And ideally next turn, we're probably gonna get the one horn stone. But as long as he goes to the middle floor, he's gonna take a lot of damage. Is it enough to kill him? Currently not. If we cave these 3 in, it's probably not gonna help at all. If we inflame, it certainly helps. Timing of that was not ideal. And I could have kept Perils of Production if I had played that much better. Let's consume the Fortify. Play the Inflame. Cave in. Let's... Yeah, that's right. Getting the demon to have a lot more slays would definitely have helped out here as well. Hopefully we get a torch. We did get a torch. Play you out. We can kill him right now. Bring him up. And he's dead. So not as early as I would have liked, but still a very decent fell fight here. Should put us in the top 20. I don't think it's in the top 10 though. I saw a lot of top 10s that were already at 49,000. And then we can look at some of the top scores, see how real they are, and as well see how some of the ones that I think are more legit actually played it out. But overall, I think a pretty good performance here. And we didn't have to restart any fights. That's always good. I don't have to put any asterisks next to my victory. Yeah, top 20. It's about what I thought. Let's look at this top one. Yes, this is a fake build. There's no way you 10-turn Seraph with this setup. Which is unfortunate. People feel like they needed to cheat to win. But, you know, people can do what they want, right? Next one. Yeah, same situation. You don't get this many coins in this. Alright, let's go to the next one. Also does not look legitimate. There's no way to 10-turn boss rush with this setup. So wow, 3 runs in a row that are not legitimate. Then we have Dear Sweet Comrade. What did Dear Sweet Comrade do? He did a 5-turn boss rush. I think it's a pretty standard setup here. He did get a large stone onto the Branded Warrior. That probably was better than what I did, putting it onto the Gorge unit. Much more consistent slay triggers here. He did do the same setup here with Wrathful. Oh, he actually took another multi-strike. That's interesting. And what else? Perils of Production, Torch, Impish Scholar to bring back a card that gets taken out. Okay, minus cost of units. So he's just playing Blights. He didn't get the Blight upgrade though, which I find interesting. Took him a while to play that one out. Wow, multiple Branded Warriors. Interesting. And cave in to bring them all onto the same floor. Makes sense. Yeah. Definitely felt like there were. I did leave a little bit on the table here with the Hornbreaker Prince, and the fact I didn't double stack the One Horn's Tome is still haunting me. But otherwise, it went really well. So, with the daily challenge out of the way, we can do our final build showcase. So we have done so far in terms of build showcases, we've done the Angriest Prince, which is very similar to what we just did here. I would say how we played it before was a little bit better, but still, basic setup here. Angriest Prince, we've done the Spiked Awoken, so just going all in on spikes with Awoken, how to set it up, how to make sure you're killing bosses, especially Seraph at Covenant 25. We've done Umbra, which was the Ember Drain package. So showing off how to get all the Ember Drain cards to work together to defeat all of the units as well as Seraph himself. And then I think it was the second run was it was the very first one we did, was the reinforced Burn Bright build. So then you get Paraffin Enforcer, you get Burn Bright Rector Flicker, and you stack Burnout onto Rector Flicker as well as any other Burnout units, and you use Burnout Extenders to keep them alive. So a lot of fun builds. This is the last one now, the Ultimate Incant Floor. So we're going to go Stitching Guard plus Random. Again, we're on Covenant 25, and we've added Googly Eyes so that this doesn't count toward our overall win streak. And the goal here is we want damage spell cost reduction, and then we're just going to get a whole lot of incants on that same floor. Melting Remnant is probably the hardest one to deal with this combo, but we'll make it work. And with Temperament, we're just fine, because we can outscale. Ideally, we can outscale by playing more spells than we are losing with Sap. So we want damage spell reduction, perfect. And Artifact. I definitely don't think it's going to be Sketches. Enemies get -1 is incidentally good. It's not amazing, but it's okay. And let's see what units we're able to put together. We definitely want a unit draft. It is a little bit risky because we don't have a lot of damage on our side apart from spell damage. But being able to get... that certainly doesn't hurt. Being able to get a unit very early is going to be beneficial for us. We can stealth, which is interesting. I don't know how useful that's going to be, but getting another stealth seems pretty good. It will allow us basically 30 extra damage, which is nothing to laugh at. So let's hit you, get you guys out here just in case we aren't somehow able to kill you. Silencing you is certainly going to help. We can hit you for 50. Unless we feel like it's more important to kill these guys off. Let's do the math here. 50, 62. That puts him down to quite low. Put you in. So we're definitely gonna put the dragon here. It's gonna be 78, 128. Yeah, it's not gonna be enough. So let's instead make sure you guys are dying. We still hit you with both of these and put you up here. And the nice, oh, we actually should put you on the second floor. The nice thing is that you're not gonna put garbage in our deck while you're getting up here. Now we just need to get to one more Helical Crystallis. There it is, and there we go. Got the second floor kill. Fantastic start. And we're looking for anything that's gonna help us incant. Titan's Tooth is really good. Crypt Builder is really good. The question is, do we want Burst or do we want AoE? And do we want AoE with Frostbite, or do we want AoE with just pure damage? These are the main questions right now. I feel like Titan's Tooth has the potential to be much stronger because you can double stack it, and that adds 20 damage per floor. Although Ice Tornado with plus 20 damage is really good. That's 120 damage by itself. I still think it is Titan's Tooth, especially with Seraph the Temperament. Getting some early damage is going to be really helpful. Dripfall could be really good if you make it free. It's another incanter, and I don't think we're going to do Explosive Tomb. I think it is Dripfall, and then we want an incanter here. We did not get one, so I am going to skip. We only want incant units. We don't want multiple floors because we want to play out everything on one floor if we can. So we're going to go for a draft, a Stygian banner draft, and we will take the Nameless Siren, which is actually really good because then it scales faster than we get sap. Endless on one of you is actually really good. And we're not going to upgrade anything else yet. But having an endless stealth that we can just continue to stack is going to be really strong. For 75 coins, it's probably okay. We might just end up eating the damage. It's going to be 9 plus 12, 21 max damage if we don't do anything. Oh, it's even less because of the minus cost to unit damage. So it's actually going to be 6 and 0. So we just eat the damage. It's fine. Are you going to live is a great question to ask. If we put a Train Steward in front, then yes. And we're killing the front unit. Let's not play out this Train Steward yet. Really need to get rid of these spikes, ideally, right here. Yeah, that helps. If we drip fall you. And hit you with, we can hit him with this. Play this out so it dies. And then comes back next turn. We're just going to take 4 damage. This is not ideal. We really wanted to get the Molten Encasement down, but this will help a lot, actually. Puts him down to 25, which means this gets through to the boss. Hit you again, silence you, and we can put a drag on the second floor. It's not perfect. Stealth would have been much better. Not that it actually would have done a whole lot more thinking about it now. Get you up front, get you behind. Hit ya, get another drag. Seems okay. 63 damage. We just need to do one spell to him and he's dead. Yeah, good. So we did take 12 damage there, but I think that was worth it. Another Titan's Tooth or a Helical Crystallis. I think it's another Titan's Tooth. Continue to stack those up. And I think we skip here. So we need to make space because we're likely going to take another draft unit here if we can. Do we want a Melting Remnant draft unit though? I don't think so. Let's see if we can upgrade with Multi-Strike. That's fantastic. That's going to help out a lot with the scaling. And I think we leave it that, or do we just increase some generic stats? Honestly, giving it more health right now is probably better. And then let's see what we get here. And none of these are going to be very good, so we'll skip. Excuse me. And we just need more incants. We are going to get another Stygian banner coming up. We'll get another Stygian banner from Daedalus. Hopefully, or we'll get more unit banners from Daedalus. Ideally, we get Offering Monument or Glacial Seal. Would be really good. But we'll see how it goes. Can you afford this damage? You can. We could even put the train steward up front if we want. This is going to lower the damage quite a bit. Let's blast ya. Blast ya. Get you up front and drip fall you. Put the drag out. This is looking really good though. We're already at 21 damage. We can blast you out as well. You are not the endless one, but we might as well get rid of it. I don't think stealth is going to be as necessary for this fight here. Would like you to be able to come out later. Let's get you guys in there, get you up here. He takes all the hits. We can now play silence on you. Get another 9 damage. Titan's Tooth. And we can fit another 9 damage up here. How are we doing? Not great yet, but maybe it gets better. Titan's Tooth certainly going to help. Frozen Lance, Frozen Lance, Frozen Lance, and Drip Fall. $348. So not being able to play the stealth out here definitely hurt us. But we're not gonna. I don't think we're gonna be able to. I don't think we're going to die. Is what I'm trying to say here. Get another train steward out. Burst him for 50. Another Helical Crystallis, and he dies in 2 hits. So we'll take another 18 damage. Cool. Not bad. Bounty Stalker. We can scale him up, get endless on him. Memento Mori, though, is also really good. Especially because we have this endless. And every time it dies, it's gaining 10 damage. Plus all of our other dregs dying. That's another 50 potential damage. Memento Mori is really good. We'll take it. And Siren of the Sea. So now we have 2 incanters. We do need extra capacity. And then we will get extra draw. We want to get extra capacity so that we can put the Molten Encasement in front and stack Stealth. Let's see what other incant unit we get. Guard of the Unnamed. Or we get a Titan Sentry on a separate floor. We do have issues right now with potentially killing backliners. Although we could fit all of them if we increase capacity again. But I think it's Titan Sentry. And we put it on a second floor. -1 cost to Trip Fall. And what else? We already have Permafrost on that. Let's add 10 magic damage to Titan's Tooth or Helical Crystallis. Probably Helical Crystallis. Let's re-roll and see what we get here. Holdover. Honestly, Holdover on Titan's Tooth seems really strong. It's going to be a 2 cost now. Or 1 cost, sorry. It's going to be 1 cost now. Don't think we want anything to consume. So we need to stack a lot of Frostbite onto units, and it's a great AoE. So now most of our spells are free, except for the 2 Titan's Tooths, which are 1 cost. Yeah, this should be just fine. Tethys is a little bit in danger, but as long as we can kill... We don't have to play on the bottom floor either. It's another important thing. We can play up on the top floor and prep. And put you on the bottom floor. You don't really care about spikes at all. Let's hit you and play these guys out. Here we go. You in there. You in there. and scale you up a bit. You are not going to die right away. If we put you in front, you will die. Do 5 damage, and this... Okay, didn't really do anything. My bad. Okay, get you in here. Hit you for 6. Okay, we gotta play up differently. First restart. I think we need to play up on the top floor. Give us more time. Give us more time to scale. Still put you down here. Put you up here. Hit you. Oh, I didn't use the more damaging one. That was a mistake. Get you up here. Get you up here. We don't want to silence, though. I guess we can silence you so that you don't gain extra armor. There we go. Hit you for 6. Oh, that was a mistake. Needed to get the Siren of the Sea in there. I guess it didn't really matter, but we did lose a little bit. Get you guys up here. Ideally, then, this is enough damage to kill off. Not quite, but we can drip fall you. Get you in here. And then, holy crap, where are all my spells? There are all my spells. 1, 2, 3, 4. How are we doing here? You're gonna all die to the Pyre. Pyre's gonna take 14. We are gonna lose Tethys, which is not great. We will start stacking, I think it's Memento Mori, 110 damage. Continue to put out the Molten Encasement. Frozen Lance. And just get you out here to die. I don't know if we're going to be able to do enough damage. We shall see. Molten Encasement plus a drag. Hit ya, get you out here. How are we doing? Not great, however, Titan's Tooth plus a drip fall. Alright, we gotta restart this one more time. Well, hold on, how much? He's only gonna have 10. Yeah, we gotta restart this. We had other opportunities to do a lot better here. And I feel very silly about that. Let's, whoops, let's get into it one last time. The biggest problem was that we didn't, well, hold on, should we actually play on the bottom floor? Because we can kill all this right now if we play on the bottom floor. Having all this in this one turn is just really awkward. Let's put you there, hit you for 35 times 2, and then get these out. Now we can unnamed tome. Let's put you... Do we want to preserve on him right now? I don't think so. Nameless Siren. Get you out there. Get some extra damage onto you. Put you in second position. Frozen Lance prevents damage onto Tethys, which is really good. We can get 2 dregs in here as well. And put this Train Steward out here just to die. Excuse me. Molten Encasement again. Get you behind. I think bringing you down again is still the better play. This reduces damage onto Tethys. We can also Honestly, just sack this. And then we get the AoE. AoE. 1, 2. And get you in the... let me just put you there. And I think we should be able to kill him off with a Memento Mori. We can. So let's just stack everything here. Continue to put you up front, get more, and now we're looking really good. We can Titan's Tooth here, which is certainly not a bad thing. It does mean our scaling goes down a little bit, but on the other hand, we also get more frostbite damage and kill the backliners. There we go. And he's not even getting through our Nameless Siren now. So that was a little bit of a tough fight, but hopefully we can get some cards that help in the future. Do we have any? We have no consumed cards, other than we do have Unnamed Tome, but there's a chance we'll take some later. We'll see. Guardian Stone. Oh, Guardian Stone is so good, but so is Ice Storm. But Guardian Stone instead of the Molten Encasement might be worth it. And then we put the Molten Encasement somewhere else. Excuse me. Yeah, let's put the Guardian Stone on that floor. Fatal Melting is really good. Resin Removal is really good. I think it's Resin Removal, so that we can clear off all the sap. We need unit upgrades. We get unit upgrades. It's fantastic. We can remove 2 Train Stewards, which is great because they just take up space. And what unit upgrades do we get? Another multi-strike on Siren of the Sea. Seems really good. Do I want to just increase base damage? Maybe base health. Again, so you're not dying right away. We can also get rid of another Train Steward. Let's see what we're getting up after this battle. We can do Merchant of Magic. Or we can do Herzl's Horde and Unstable Vortex and Trinkets. Either way, let's save our coins. We don't need to get rid of it's not urgent to get rid of anything right now. 15 armor should be okay, because we likely will be Titan's Toothing a lot of the time. So now we play everybody. Do we want one of them up front? I don't think we're gonna get enough. I don't think we're gonna get enough armor that quickly. So let's end turn. Alright. Resin Removal. Frozen Lance. Titan Sentry. Train Steward. Alright, we seriously need some spells now. Those are some spells. Unnamed Tome. Let's Drip Fall who? You? Hit ya. We could Drip Fall you. And then put you behind. How are you doing? You're not dying. That's not good news. Titan's Tooth. Helical Crystallis. Frozen Lance. You're gonna make it, but you're gonna die with 1 hit. 5 damage is not awful. Let's get you out here. Start stacking up our Damage there. Titan's Tooth. Helicocrystalis. Frozen Lance. And get you guys out here. There's Memento Mori. But I think it's only 40 damage. Let's get, instead... You're all just going to die. Let's get extra Frostbite and kill the backliners as best we can. Oh, I had a spell I could play. That was a mistake. Titan's Tooth again. Dripfall you. And now we're killing him. That was really good. It's really close, though. We really, really need double incants. That would certainly make this a lot stronger. Crystalline Seeds is really good. I don't think we need a second Guardian Stone. We don't have room for it right now. Mortal Entrapment is really good. The only problem with Mortal Entrapment is that a unit has to be damaged first, and that could be difficult. But it is really good on bosses. I think we still skip. And... let's go trinkets. Big money, big money. Did not get any of the trinkets, although getting extra Ember when a 2-minute dies is interesting. Frozen at the end of turn is also really interesting. Let's see what we get from the Herzl's Hand. I think a Memorial Fund will help out a lot. Let's get rid of 2 Train Stewards. And then, yeah, I think we still get Icicle Fracture and get into the Fell fight. And then we hope on the last trinket that we can get the double incants. But even if we don't, I think we're okay. We just need more draw after Fell. And once we get through all of our units, we're in really good shape. Let's play up on the top floor, so we have plenty of time to scale. Put you in the back. We can put you on the bottom floor with dregs behind. And then we hit ya. Any sort of AoE is going to be fine here. I think actually we'll kill them anyway. But just to be extra safe, we might as well use that. I do want to get Frostbite onto Seraph. Get double dregs out and hit you for 6. Cool. Go to the top floor, please. Thank you. Now we can put the Guardian Stone out. Can we do enough? We can do enough. We'll definitely play enough spells. Let's get you. Hit you. Hit you. And then Dripfall you. 8 damage is going to be a little bit more rough. But we should... how are we doing here? 1, 2, 3. Just enough to survive. Not quite. We're going to lose the Guardian Stone, unfortunately. Let's put you down here. Drag. And get ya, and now you're all dying. Yeah, putting that Guardian Stone in second position is probably necessary until we can upgrade it. Memento Mori, Titan's Tooth, Frozen Lance, Endless Unit. Titan's Tooth. Stealth. Resin removal. And I guess we Dripfall you just to Dripfall you. You're gonna die anyway. Get you in there. Blast ya, blast ya, blast ya, blast ya, get you out. There we go. And Fell's already dying. This makes it even less likely that Fell survives. And now the question is, do we need third upgrade? I don't think so. But well, it depends. If it's Frostbite, we take it for sure. Hoarfrost Effigy. Hoarfrost Effigy. -2 cost from it. Yeah, I think we take it. And we take draw. So now I want to do -3 cost so that I can always play the Hoarfrost Effigy even with all of my spells. Unless it's Frostbite. I will take Frostbite if it's available. We are definitely going to do removal. Get rid of what? 2 dregs probably. The other Molten Encasement. And yeah, 1 drag. And then we want to upgrade health on our Guardian Stone and give it another incant. Let's get Endless on the Titan Sentry. And we just keep playing it over and over again on the bottom floor. What do we get from the Concealed Caverns? Trap Shoot's pretty good. 0 cost spells are what we want. We just toss it back down to the bottom floor. If there's something that's up there, we can get Permafrost on it later, which would be really good. And upgrade our champion with -3. So we can play all of our damage spells for free on that floor, and then we can play Hoarfrost Effigy on the boss as it scales. Yeah, this should be fine. We're gonna be the only issue is going to be the AOE, but ideally we can burst out before. We'll see. Now we can put you in the front position. Get you down here. You here. Wow, you have a lot of damage. You're going to kill Tethys outright if we don't get a lot of spells right now. Hold on. Siren of the Sea. Titan's Tooth. Helical Crystallis. Frozen Lance. Resin Removal. It's not enough. And we're not even killing it. Yeah, we can't play that. How are we going? I guess we play up in the top floor, but how do you play in the top floor? You have one of your incants on the middle floor? Or behind the Titan Sentry? We just definitely need more time to scale, is the problem. Oh, we could drip fall Tethys down after. I don't know though. Kind of tough. Let's get you here. Blastia, scale, scale, scale. Just need enough armor. That certainly helps. Trap shoot you down. This does not help. Let's trap shoot you down. Get you back in there with a drag. And just continue to get these guys all scaled up. Okay. So this certainly helps. I think we need to do that so that they don't get to the top floor. And let's blow you up. We can put you up just to block a hit. And what do we want to do with Drip Fall? Keeping one of you alive seems okay. Put Titan Sentry back. Titan's Tooth. Crystalline Seeds. And holy crap. I don't know if we're going to be able to beat this challenge. That was a long time for you to get here, sir. Yeah, we got to do this again. How did it take so long for that guy to get up there? Let's try it one more time. Do we just not play Tethys at the beginning? No, we have to play Tethys. We have to. Oh wait, he'll get frozen. Let me think. Play you. Do we try to stack up this floor instead? Still not going to be enough. Let's just sack you. Let's just try it. Let's give it a try. Like this. Mm-hmm. We can wait to play Siren of the Sea until later. This is getting played here for certain. Playing Titan's Tooth and not killing anything seems very strange to me. Maybe we do Helical Crystallis instead. Like that. And we wait to play the Siren of the Sea until later. We are not going to be able to blast you enough, but we can blast you as much as we can. Then we send you down to the depths. And then we can get you out here and do some damage. Is this guy gonna survive? That is the question. Hit ya. And honestly, Dripfall, Unnamed Tome, and Titan's Tooth. Get a drag out here. Unnamed Tome, Titan's Tooth. We're still not quite killing everything. One, two. We can finally get the Molten Encasement out. That actually keeps everything alive. That does it. Wow. That's amazing. Get the dragon there. Wow. We are going to take some pyre damage. We're going to take quite a bit of pyre damage. But everything lives. And that's what makes the difference. Alright, now we can blast ya. Blast ya. You're dying. That's all fantastic news. Let's get you in here. We can drip fall you down. And still keep holding on to this. Mm-hmm. Now we burst ya, Helical Crystallis, Titan's Tooth, Frozen Lance. You are not quite dying, which is unfortunate. We do need this for the stealth and a resin removal just for the increase. Then let's get you in here. Get ya, get ya, get ya, get ya. How we doing? You're dying. That's really good news. Wow, that was a puzzle of a fight there. And unfortunately, we can't play the Hoarfrost Effigy. We need Hoarfrost Effigy to probably be -1 at least. Frenzied Swarm? I think it's still just Crystalline Seeds. We can't fit the Glacial Seal on the floor. Mortal Entrapment is so good, but I just don't see how we make it work. Well, we'll always have damage, though. We'll always have damage. Maybe that's worth it. Because being able to stack days prevent damage. I mean, that's like the big part of this, is just like we just die from getting damaged. And I want spell upgrades, although duplicate would also be really good. What do we want? We want a holdover. What do we want to get rid of? Probably just 2 more dregs. They clog up the draw, and even though they're stacking up, I'd rather just stack up with my concealed cavern there. Apply to spell weakness is really good. Extinguish abilities doubling is also really good. That should scale up. Double stack on Mortal Entrapment is really good. -1 to Hoarfrost Effigy has to happen. And then I think we do. The question is, what do we double stack? Do we want to double stack on Mortal Entrapment and increase the days, or I actually think it is the Frostbite, because we already have. Let's get rid of 1 more drag. We already have a kind of daze with the stealth. So maybe even that 1 daze is fine, but it's free damage, right? So we can play it for free. It does stun something so that if it ends up at the pyre, it doesn't do as much damage, or even maybe any damage. So we'll see how it goes, but I think we're going to be in good shape. That's not the floor I wanted to have decreased. That's a little bit upsetting. And we don't care if you die at every turn. That's fine. We'll play it out like this. And they all die, except for him. We will put you up front for now, because you're not going to scale fast enough. I mean, you're going to... Actually, no, we're going to kill this guy. We should be fine. Titan's Tooth. Crystalline Seeds, Crystalline Seeds. Titan Sentry. Okay. Guardian Stone. Titan's Tooth. Hit ya. Get you down here. And then who do we hit with this? I think it's still you. Now you're dazed. We're going to take 27. I think he'll hit us twice. Yeah, twice. Take 20 damage. Not bad. Okay, put you back out. We can put you in front if we want, but I don't think it makes sense. Although, how are we going to fit you here? Did not think about that. I guess it's fine. I don't know. I don't know what we do with you. Maybe we just keep you in our hand for a while. Let's blow you up. Remove resin. Unnamed Tome is also fine, and we just keep you frozen in our hand for a while until I figure out what we're gonna do with you. This is gonna be a lot of damage to Seraph. Hit you again. Get you out here. Get you out here. And with 41 damage, he's not going to do a lot to us. Put you back out here. There we go. In fact, we can trap shoot you down. Hit ya. Hit ya. And then 252. That seems pretty good. There we go. Titan's Tooth. Frozen Lance. Frozen Lance. Frozen Lance. Titan Sentry, Helicocrystalis. Okay, now we can fit this Molten Encasement in. Helicocrystalis kills the front unit. We're probably going to end up doing that. Let's get you out here first. Titan Sentry, Memento Mori, Titan's Tooth, Helicocrystalis. Take 9 damage. How are we looking? Pretty good. Molten Encasement, Titan's Tooth, Frozen Lance, Entrapment. Cool, we got it. Ugh. Pretty weird setup for it, but that's how you do an incant build. We had to retry on the... Which fight was it? The last one, right? Fight number 7. We had to retry there, but otherwise, pretty clean run. And yeah, what else can you do? I mean, of course, getting Glacial Seal can help with the incants. Getting a Offering Monument would certainly have helped out a lot to get some early stacks. Being able to get the artifact, which doubles your incants, certainly would have helped as well. So there's a lot of stuff that could have helped improve it. But even with like basic setup, 2 really strong incant units, plus a Guardian Stone, Tethys being able to make all of our damage spells free, and you still end up getting a really solid run. I mean, it helped out a lot that we had the Waxer Snuffer with the Molten Encasement with Endless, because he was granting us 4 stealth per death. So I'm not going to say that this was entirely due to just the incant setup. Definitely was helped out a lot here. But in general, yeah, really good run. Hopefully showcasing off how to do incants properly and how to use Tethys with damage spell reduction. So that's the last of the showcase builds, and I have enough time for one more standard Covenant 25 run, random, try to increase our streak, and with that we'll remove Googly Eyes. So here we go. We're on 1 win streak. Let's see if we can double that. Get us to 2. Okay, Sacred Wicks, Dripfall, and Wildwood Sap with Melting Remnant and Awoken. This could be interesting. I think it's the draw. We have a lot of low cost stuff and dregs as well. And what do we get? I have not actually done Dark Calling. And we have no Burnout Extenders right now. We just have the 1 Sacred Wicks. Let's try it. I haven't really played around with Dark Calling that much. I know now, so you always get 2 reforms. And I think with the regen, we can actually make him a pretty strong tank and then put really strong units behind him. Let's try it. I don't know how well this will work out, but it seems really interesting. So ideally we want to try to get 2 units to die every turn. In this case, it's not going to happen. We'll put Rector Flicker on the top for now and just start stacking him with regen. There's a drag. Unfortunately, the drag is in the wrong place, but we want to be able to regen it next turn, and we'll do this. There we go. We get the Collector. That's fantastic news. We can also... 1, 2, 3. They're all going to die. Let's get 2 dregs up here, because they're going to all do 1 damage. We can kill 3 of them. 2. We can kill 2. We can kill 1 of them with this setup here. And we can get 2 Train Stewards out. Okay, now we're killing 2 of them. That's good. Lowering the cost of our damage, or lowering our damage a little bit. We can also get this drag out. We have 2 units to Sacred Wicks. We have 1 unit to Sacred Wicks. You are no longer dying. Do we want to drip fall one of them? Don't think so. We can drip fall one of you, though. This allows you to do some damage, allows us to kill a second one. Is my math wrong here? 14, so 10. Oh, you're killing him. Okay, that makes sense. And let's just keep stacking regen on the Rector Flicker. Get 2 more dregs back, take 2 damage, no big deal. We would really like these guys to take damage and then die. 2... 1, 2, 3, 4. You kill 1. Let's keep stacking onto you. That's definitely going to happen. You're going to burn out. Do we have any other units in there? We do. We have a train steward. You're not burning out right away. Let's put you... 1, 2, 3. Now one of them is dying. Let's get you to die so that we can bring you back. We have 1 garbage card. We want you back out here. Want you back out here as well. We can drip fall to save damage. And then ideally we get 1 strong... You know what, let's just... What do we have left here? We're going to get 2 units back. Let's just heal up. And this by itself is going to do a lot of... Yeah, we're killing him without doing anything else. Get these guys out here. You're dying even faster. We can add more regen. Bam. Cool. Molded is pretty good, or Wicklash. I think we want to Wicklash. Glimmer's good AoE. That's something that we're missing right now. So I think we take it. And Lady of the House. Ooh, Paraffin Enforcer. Paraffin Enforcer could be really strong with this setup here, because we're going to have a lot of units with burnout by the end. But Lady of the House getting reformed over and over again is also really good. I think it is Paraffin Enforcer, and we'll find another opportunity to get more burnout onto units. You can even, if we can... Let's get unit upgrades, get another Remnant Banner. Harvest Tycoon? We can put the Paraffin Thug behind our Rector Flicker, and then chump block with a unit, and then have an entire burnout-based floor. That seems okay. Multi-strike on... I think we start off with the Paraffin Thug, and then ideally Paraffin Enforcer gets one later on. And let's increase your health so you're not dying quite as easily. Okay. So that's a pretty good setup to start with. We put him behind the Rector Flicker. We continue to stack all the stuff on Rector Flicker. And we will go with the spikes. I'm glad I took that extra health. If we put you on the bottom, you aren't dying right away. You're taking 3... which is counteracted by this, plus the extra 3. So we play it, Paraffin Thug, heal you, drip fall you for now. It reduces the damage, and it makes sure we don't get any garbage in our deck. That's pretty good. Although we could just put a Train Steward or Paraffin Enforcer up top with a chance to kill... Okay, well, we didn't get it, unfortunately. Sinner's Burden, Drag, and we need to keep you alive. Drag, Sap, Sap. Now we get to reform 2 more units, which is good news. Where do we want you guys? Ideally, you'd be dying here. But you're not. That's not fantastic. We can give you extra stats, though. Drip fall, drip fall. We're killing the front unit. They will die eventually. Actually, he dies. That is 1 unit we can... Oh, he doesn't die. Why doesn't he die? Drip fall you. And stack up your health. Mm-hmm. Another restore. Put a drag in the 2nd position. You're all gonna die right away. Unless we can heal 1. We can glimmer. Yeah, it's okay. So we put Wicklash on you. There's the glimmer. Now you're dying much easier. And put you up here. You're just going to die anyway. But we're getting a lot of damage out on him right away. So we just need to find a way. Yeah, we can heal you 1. You don't die right away. And you're dead. We can even stun you twice. Get rid of the garbage. It's getting close though. It's not quite all come together yet. Hallowed drippings. Or molten encasement. Molten encasement in front of these 2 is really good as a scaler, and we don't have chased. Do we need more regen? I mean, honestly, it is really good. Being able to just stack a ton of regen on our Rector Flicker as the tank, put Paraffin Thug behind him, and then have an entire burnout floor. I think that is the setup. It's just like, how's it going to come together? It's still not 100% clear. Double stack on a Wicklash could be helpful, but I think double stack on just a Wildwood Sap is better. Minus the cost of the Wicklash. And let's make our Glimmer stronger. Okay. Awoken Hollow. We could put the Awoken Hollow as the tank, with Rector Flicker behind it, or Paraffin Thug behind it. It's definitely a better candidate. Space is a little bit of a problem. Let's try it. I think it is a Awoken consumable card. Okay, another Wildwood Sap. That's a lot of Wildwood Saps. But they are very, very good. Especially on our tank now, who can have a lot more health than our Rector Flicker can. I believe we have... Is this explosive? Nope, it's a damage shield. This is going to be a tough one. We don't have fantastic scaling right now, is the biggest problem. One, two. He will survive here and get 10 damage out. We can also put a drag so that they both die. And honestly, we're gonna put stealth on the bottom. That's the goal. We're gonna keep putting reformed units on the bottom so that they die and come back stronger. Get you out here. Paraffin Thug with a drag blocking. Or Paraffin Enforcer here. And I almost wonder if I start... the problem is the Wicklash, we're not going to get it often enough, but we can use it on you. That's actually okay. Let's Glimmer here. And we can't play the Wildwood Sap anymore. Let's get you guys just out here to die. We have 2 units then who come back. You can go back up to the top where you'll die immediately. We can put you out here where you're blocking all the hits. We can restore Wildwood Sap. We could Drip Fall the bomb. Or we just restore you even more. I think that's probably better. Train Steward is living. That's a good sign. Heal you. Drag. Drag. Even more heals. And we are getting a lot of coins off of these kills here. Nothing to play with Sacred Wicks yet. Let's keep going. Yeah, this drag's getting really strong here, but I think now we switch over to more of a stealth-oriented strategy. Get that Molten Encasement back right away. Get you up front here to block the hits. What do we want to do with Dripfall? You have how much burnout? 3? Not a ton. Glimmer isn't going to hurt anything. And we can stun you for a turn. Gives us a little bit more damage. And I don't think that yeah, you're not getting through this, not with this much regen. And we could even bring back a couple people. So what is the ideal setup here? I think ideal would be come on, Paraffin Thug, get the kill. Yeah. Ideal setup here would be to get holdover on the Wicklash, and we can put it on the Paraffin Enforcer himself to stack him up. Ooh. Unleash the Wildwood's also really good, but I think Spreading Spores on our Awoken Hollow, it's also a great counter to Seraph the Diligent. All these are pretty bad, and it's still more draw, I believe. And then we try to reduce the cost of a lot of things. Is it capacity? I actually don't know that it's capacity. I think we're fine with the Awoken Hollow plus the Paraffin Thug on one floor, and mostly we're trying to reform Dregs and Molten Encasements on the bottom floor, and then maybe we take capacity towards the end. But right now, being able to draw more is really good. We need to get rid of our Train Stewards, though. They're basically dead weights in our hand, because we would rather reform Dregs and the concealed Molten Concealment. I do want to upgrade spells, or I do want to upgrade units. I wanted to remove as well, but we'll have a chance to remove down here and upgrade units again. I think we do that, because we really want multi-strike on the Paraffin Enforcer. Quick on Paraffin Thug. I don't know if Quick really fits here. Getting some extra stats onto something. Let's reroll and see what we get. Endless on the Molten Encasement is much better actually than Reform. Getting you more health, having you have innate spikes. It's going to be fantastic for killing backliners. And we're going to continue all in here. Now our dregs are going to scale much faster. We can get an any other better unit that dies and comes back would also be fine. We could even intentionally kill off the Paraffin Enforcer and reform it back too. Could be a consideration. Armor 15. How are we gonna kill? How are we gonna do that much damage? I honestly don't know. I think we have to not take this upgrade. I don't know how we're gonna do a lot of damage, to be honest. That's our big problem right now. Is burst damage is not great. We have plenty of sustain, just no burst. Do we do this killing you right now thing that we had planned? You're not gonna die right away. Let's get the drag up front. There's another drag. I don't think we want to stack on you. We can reduce the damage by 1 by drip falling you. Let's put a drag here. Oh, actually, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We have a little bit of a problem. Not even a little bit. We actually have a big problem. We need to start this over. I played this wrong. We need to start on the top floor with Paraffin Enforcer and the Rector Flicker. And then we need to get things killed off here. Yeah. We can drip follow you, I guess. Doesn't really matter. And put one heal on you. We're gonna take some damage. We're gonna take 10 damage here. But now we can fit you down here, which is quite important. Fit more drags. A molten encasement. And start healing you. Now things actually make it to the middle floor. And we shouldn't ever have problems like that again. Paraffin Thug is going to have a problem scaling. Get you out. Get you out. I'm actually okay wicklashing you, that you come back later. Continue to do molten encasement. We can bring these guys down now if we want. Maybe we do that. We bring down Rector Flicker onto this floor. Put dregs up here. And continue to stack regen on you. Brief respite. Let's bring back Paraffin Enforcer. He'll die right away. Get you up there. I think it is Spreading Spores. And we can fit more drags up top. Paraffin Enforcer, please come back. Thank you. We can wicklash him as well. And we're killing him. It's actually totally fine here. Okay, that works. A little bit weird run, but ended up being okay for us. Okay. This floor ends up being really strong. Fatal Melting. I don't think we need AoE. It's really Burst that we need. Another Sacred Wix also doesn't seem that good. Let's just skip. Descending Retreat. Could put units behind. In fact, we could put Rector Flicker behind at the end with Descending Retreat. That seems really good. And then we could put more units behind and behind and behind and stack up that floor. Alternatively, we could put stuff behind the Rector Flicker, but I think it's better the way around. Let's get rid of some Train Stewards. We just need damage, and the best way to scale damage is to get something that we can reform right from the beginning. Honestly, having Paraffin Enforcer with Burnout to start is not awful. Or Endless Molten Encasement, it always dies. Just a second. Yes?
Do you mind if I have a bowl of your cereal?
Sure. Yeah, we trade, because I got one of yours yesterday, huh? Yeah, that's fair. Molten Encasement with Burnout or Paraffin Enforcer with Burnout. The nice thing is we can drip fall Molten Encasement, it dies and gives stealth even if the floor is full. Paraffin Enforcer having Burnout becomes good if we can keep his Burnout. The problem is we can't keep his Burnout consistently right now. Let's do it on this. Endless. No. Let's re-roll. Yeah, multi-strike is really good on Paraffin Enforcer. And generic health and damage. We're probably not going to upgrade units again. We can get rid of one more Train Steward, and then it's going to be spell upgrades from here on out. Hopefully we even have an opportunity. We do not, but we can do something. We can get some coins, remove some cards, duplicate something. And how are we doing here? It's +6 damage. Damage isn't such a huge issue for us. It's health that's the biggest issue. So we should be able to survive these fights. We play up on the two yeah, we can already play you here, get you here, play you up top, have a drag get killed, although he'll burn out anyway up here. Let's not just increase his armor for fun. Do we want to kill him like this? No, I think just getting more regen on you to start is fine. Spreading Spores helps out a lot here. Paraffin Enforcer up top. Yeah, Spreading Spores gets a lot more damage onto this overcharged tank. You are also, we can't put more drags down. We really need to heal you up now. Urgently. Drip falling you. Then putting 2 Wildwood Saps. And then if we put you up front, you're doing 60 damage. Let's put you behind then. And we can't afford to keep you there. Okay, now we have a problem up on the top floor. We can drip fall him down. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. That extra damage is like really, really hurting now. Alright, let's try this again. Let's try this a different way. Swap the floors. Swap the floors, give us more time to scale up our healing and just chump block on the lower floors. In fact, I'm okay just chump blocking with drags on this floor with him. So we do Woken Hollow, Paraffin Thug, Rector Flicker, Drag, and Glimmer. It is going to scale him up a lot, but I think that's just something we're going to have to deal with. Put you behind. Paraffin Enforcer, Molten Encasement, Drag, and Restore. Are we going to kill this guy? It's going to be really close. No, we are. We're going to kill him. That's great. Okay. We keep alternating where the Molten Encasement goes. That's what helps us out here. Get you a lot of damage. You're not surviving. We need to put you here. We can drip fall something, but I don't think it's necessary right now. Definitely need to stack you with more regen. That is necessary. How much damage is this floor doing? It's doing right now 57. I'm a little bit nervous to put more units out, but I think we have to. We can drip fall him down, but that's just delaying the problem for later. Although, hold on. If we drip fall you, you guys are fine. Put you up front. Drag. Drag. We're getting a lot of damage out on these guys. And we can even increase the damage here. And double stack regen you. Now we're killing 2, but 1's making it to the top. If we glimmer, it's so close. I think we want to continue to save this floor, keep it rolling, and glimmer. This is not quite gonna do it. 60 damage is not also enough to kill you. We can drip fall you down again and put another drag up front here. Get back the molten encasement. Stack it up here again. And we are killing 2 things, that's good. And we're out. We're gonna take a little bit of damage from this guy. Oof, almost died from him. How are we doing here? Molten encasement certainly doesn't hurt. Give you more time to deal damage. And I think it's just Wildwood Sap and Restore. That was a rough trial. A lot more challenging than I think it should have been. But we should be fine here. Oh, that's not who we wanted to kill you with, but it's fine. Hopefully the gold ends up being worthwhile for us. Resin removal or engulfed in smoke? I think we have enough stealth already with our concealed unit. Focus growth is pretty good if we can get 0 cost on it, giving us 2 more draw the next turn. We really just need to get spell upgrades, and we're getting pretty unlucky with upgrades right now. I think we do go this side just because we need the pyre health. Not that. This is pretty good though. Restoring pyre health pretty consistently. Do we have any more units we can upgrade? Nope, not any major ones. We could make dregs a little bit better. I think we just save our money and we do spell upgrades here and then spell upgrades here. Yeah, okay. Fell with armor. Ooh. This is going to be tough. Getting enough damage to get through the armor is going to be pretty brutal. Luckily, we have a lot of multi-strike, so hopefully between all the multi-strikes, we can somehow manage it. But it's definitely not going to be the easiest setup here. We need to just play all of our units. So we get you 65. You can survive this. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. So that all of you guys are going to die by the time we get up there. because you'll kill that on the next turn. Get a drag up front to tank some of the hits. Spreading spores will also certainly help that. And I don't think we play the dripfall yet. I think we do play the spreading spores. We do add regen, give us some pyre health. And as long as there's an armor there, we're in good shape. So we can put a drag here as well. You're going to block all the hits. That's good news. We can put a bunch of drags here as well, just to die and then get reformed. We can stack up regen on you. You're killing the back line. We should absolutely have enough damage to kill the front line. Do we want to dripfall something? I don't believe so. I don't know that we want a train steward to die, but I do want it out of the deck. So let's put it at the back. There we go. Now just put armor on the middle floor, and I would really appreciate that. Although it is going to make this like a nightmare to try to get through. Okay, what can we do here? We can glimmer this floor. Everything here is dying. That's really good news. We can start molten encasing this floor to get stealth. Do we have anything else dead? We have one drag dead. We'd like things to survive, would be ideal here. Huh. 1, 2. I think we have to glimmer here, or else these guys are gonna get through. And since all of them are living, we could put Wicklash on you now. Let's just restore. It's going to add 10. It's still fine. We're still going to kill him. Okay, good. Are we killing these top units here? That is the question. Currently not. But let's see how it goes. We could restoring retreat you, but then I think we just put off the problem for later. That doesn't help us all at all. 13, that's exactly enough damage to kill him. That's not great. We can put more damage onto the Alabaster Guardian. How much damage are we taking? We're taking 4 damage. Honestly, it's not worth going crazy about. Let's just get these guys in there. And focus growth. Crap. Now we're taking additional damage. It's taking 9 damage now. Well, that's how it goes. Continue to stack stealth down here. Continue to put... this is tough. We're not going to get enough to be able to kill you. We could dripfall, dripfall. We're going to end up with the same problem later on, though. Alternatively, we just ignore this and just accept the damage as is. We can play a drag at the front. Then we're doing a lot more damage to you. You're going to be a problem. You're going to be a bigger problem, actually. I think we double dripfall you. There's a glimmer. Glimmer actually helps out a lot here. Yeah, we get a little bit more damage on these units now. Still gonna be 2 hits. And how are we doing now on this floor? Everything's dying. That's really good news. Continue to molten encasement down here. And Sacred Wicks can bring back 2 more units. These are much, much stronger. 18. That's almost enough. We're definitely going to put you down here. Definitely going to put you down here. And then I think we get some crappier ones to block up front. Like you can block 2 hits, and then everything else is living, and we are killing that front unit. That's really fantastic. Let's put even more damage onto you and keep you around for a while. And then I think just increasing the amount of regen we're getting on you is going to be really good for us. Okay, so how are we doing down here? Not amazingly, and you're not taking as much damage as I would like. If we put a stealth down here, we get another 400. That's not bad. You're dying. That's actually really good news. We can restore, increase your damage a bit, but I think it's more just about stacking you up. We're going to take 3 more hits, 18 damage. Alright, how about on the second floor? How are we doing here? Again, not amazing. But on this top floor, you're dying for certain. So let's actually make sure that's going to happen and set you up for success. And we're in really good shape. Okay, great. We need to drip fall you twice. And glimmer you. If it wasn't already enough. And we're hoping for the kill. With Paraffin Thug, we got it. Excellent. But wow, we are taking a lot of pyre damage. What do we have? Wax and Spike. Wax and Spike could be really good on that burnout floor that we tend to have every turn. Getting another... Another capacity would mean we could put more on... Yeah, let's do that. And it really needs spell upgrades. We need holdover and duplicate on Wicklash so that we can put it on the Paraffin Enforcer. Because scaling the Paraffin Enforcer is one of the main ways we can win this. Removing Consume from you allows us to just put add burnout at will. That seems pretty good. Minusing the cost of focus growth. No, spreading spores. Reroll. Double stack on spreading spores. Minusing the cost of focus growth, I think. Plus another 10 to glimmer, doing 20 damage. I don't know. I don't know if that's necessary. And what do we want to get rid of? The restores are actually not super great, but they're pretty good. I don't know if the drip falls are actually that great. Maybe we get rid of the drip falls. Let's keep one. We can remove the other drip fall. And maybe one... Oh, a train steward. Yeah. Get rid of the last train steward. We will go all out on the reform here. And I cannot believe we did not get holdover. Let's just make the glimmer much stronger. And we really, really need holdover on the Wicklash next turn. Plus 8 damage. Don't think we can... This does allow him to take damage from spikes, but spikes aren't really a thing. I think we can't afford it. It's way too much damage. Eventually we can afford that kind of damage, but not at the beginning. Okay, we're gonna do set up here, and put you up front, and we start scaling already. You here, you here, you behind. Although we should have put him in the back, he would have done more damage that way. And yeah, we get rid of the self-mutilation. Get you. Oh, we should have put it in the top floor. Well, no, it's fine. Are we just already dying here? 1, 2. 3. Well, this is not good. I don't think we can scale fast enough here. I think we're kind of screwed. Yeah, I think we're dead. We don't do enough damage, and we're never going to be able to do enough damage to kill everything. We just got no opportunities to scale. Yeah, we die right here from this floor. Glimmer barely keeps us alive. Maybe. Nope, it doesn't even keep us alive. Well, that's it. Oh, there goes our streak already. Just did not get a single scaling unit. We got no burnout extenders. Just unfortunate. I guess one option could have been we could have put the Paraffin Thug up front to die and then brought it back. It would have increased its own damage, but then it just goes away right away. Yeah, we're done. All right, well, that's going to be it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the daily show for today. Just in case you're not aware, if you're missing any parts of the daily show, they're up on Twitch. You can see the full VODs. There's also I'm putting them onto my second YouTube channel, Never Nathaniel Plus. And if you're interested, today I am finishing up my 5 builds to make Seraph Cry builds, or Cry guide. The one we showed earlier, the Ultimate Incant Floor, is going to be one of those builds. There are 4 other ones, if you haven't seen them already. So that will be up probably if you're in the US tomorrow, or if you're super early in the US, I guess it's today, but much later in the day. So thanks for watching. Name is Nate. Call me Nathan. Please never call me Nathaniel, and I will see you guys in the next stream.